Hey there, welcome back to Joey the Farm Dog channel. Guys, it's story time. When I did my first episode, I told you guys 4 different things I would talk about on the channel here. And one of the things was story time, a little bit about myself. Also kind of if the young could tell the old me or the old me could tell the young me. This is kind of a combination of both. So have a seat. When I was younger, probably second grade, elementary school, uh, I grew up, my sister and I grew up 2 blocks down the road from my mom's parents. So my grandparents on my mom's side. And we spent a lot of time there. I mean, we were pretty much their second generation of kids. So we were really close with them. We weren't as close to my dad's parents who lived on the other side of town. And, being an adult now looking back, I just think there was I don't want to say cultural, but definitely I don't think my mom felt as at home with them as she did with her parents, of course. So we didn't spend a whole lot of time with them. We did spend time with them, but not a lot. So my grandpa, his birthday was usually around, now when I say grandpa, I mean my mom's dad, the ones down the street. His birthday was usually around Easter time. It also actually happened to be my sister's birthday around that time as well. So if I remember right, I think we were celebrating my sister's birthday, my grandpa's birthday, and Easter. I remember being there playing around. On my mom's side of the family, I had a lot of cousins, like probably 10 or 11 cousins. So we were all there. We were running around in a small house being crazy kids. And I have this memory of my dad's dad, my other grandpa, sitting in my grandma's recliner, which was her chair in the living room, the whole evening. And he was a very reserved, quiet man. Didn't say a lot, but when he did, it was something of value. And he sat there, and I remember running by and just being kind of bratty and feeling like this wasn't his house. I wasn't there to visit him. I was there for my other grandpa and my sister's birthday and Easter. So I just kind of ignored him intentionally. Like I remember having this feeling of I did it on purpose. And I don't know why. To this day, looking back, I don't understand it. But we had our night, we had our cake, everybody went home. And the next morning, when we woke up, we found out that my grandpa went home that night and dropped dead of a massive heart attack on the floor, kitchen floor. He was 63 years old, done. And I remember hearing that and instantly feeling like I did that. As a little kid. I mean, when I had an intention to ignore him or not show him a lot of attention, that happens the next day. I mean, that was just the 2 and 2 that I put together. So I never really let that go for a really long time, but I never processed it with the thought that I would have today. And I don't know if it's ironically is the right term to use, but fast forward to about a year before I got married, so 25 years old. I had been having some kind of odd conversations with my father on the phone. And I knew something wasn't right, but I didn't want to make assumptions, and I didn't want to, I guess judge, but I knew it wasn't healthy, and I knew what was ever going on. I needed to distance myself from. So he had called one afternoon, and I don't think I was engaged yet. I think I got engaged not too long after. I may have actually been engaged. I don't remember. But we were having a phone conversation, and he started saying some very strange things that just felt off. And, I had reached a point in my life where I said to myself, this is not a healthy relationship with father-daughter relationship. And so I addressed it with him and I said, Dad, I think something's off. I don't know what it is. That's your business. I don't want to get into it. But I've got to tell you that I just can't keep having these conversations with you without there being some movement towards getting some help for whatever's going on. And we split off that day. He told me the last words, well, I guess have a nice life. And 25 at the time, I just okay, whatever. Eventually my dad will resolve his issues. We'll be okay. So I get married the following year. A few years later, when I turned 30, I had my son, and he was about 9 months old. And I was coming back from work, and my sister calls, and she says, "Where are you?" And I said, "I'm driving home." And she said, "Well, I think you should pull over." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I pull over and I stop, and she said, "It's Dad." And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "He's not here. He's gone." And just everything flashed before me. I went right back to that morning of my grandpa, his dad, feeling like, oh my gosh. The only difference was this time that we had already gone our separate. Like, I felt like he had given me closure, saying that was it, And it still didn't make it easier. I mean, he never knew he even had a grandson. And he was 52 years old, died in his sleep. So the reason I'm sharing this story today, I know we're getting close to the holidays, and many of you are going to be getting together with family, some members that you're probably just going to go home with a sore tongue from biting it all night. But I just thought, what it may help to you to hear is you just never know. Life is so short. It's so unpredictable. I mean, we look at all these political things going on, and, that may even cause some family divide there. But just try to be in the moment and enjoy it for what it is. This will be my 5th holiday season by myself. So, I'm okay. This isn't a poor me moment. But I guess my point to that is that many of you who are probably, kind of not wanting to go and sit next to people that you don't 100% get along with, or, want to spend that time with, it's one day. And it's pretty special to be able to gather together with family, because I believe we're all going to need that in the future. So enjoy your holidays for what they are and who you have in it. And don't ever take it for granted. Take care, everybody.